The big game is this weekend. I forget, are we allowed to say Super Bowl? Is that some sort of copyright infringement? The Super Bowl is now much more than just a game, right? It's an event, nearly a national holiday. Outside of the game, there are the parties and the shows, and of course, the ads. This Sunday, there'll be 2 ads with a message that is perhaps, new to the game. There'll be 2 ads for Jesus. The He Gets Us campaign will debut 2 new ads, paying the big bucks for the most prestigious airtime in the marketing world. Now, allow me to state my position. I'm a fan. I am in favor and supportive of the He Gets Us campaign. When I first saw the ads, I was a bit skeptical, mostly because of the anonymity about the kind of money behind the effort. But I came around. Endorsements by key leaders confirmed and sealed my support. People including Doug Clay, leader of the Assemblies of God, my archbishop, I suppose. People like Nona Jones, author, preacher, and business leader. And then there's Ed Stetzer, trusted evangelical missiologist and, supernerd. I was especially glad to know that Ed Stetzer is engaged in the project, including having a hand in the theological vetting of the content of the ads. I'm also glad to know that there's a coordinated effort to engage churches and Christians in leveraging the campaign. Tools to share the gospel and lead people to faith using the ads as catalysts for conversation. I'll be in a leadership meeting with some of my tribe, the Assemblies of God, here next week. The He Gets Us campaign is on the agenda, and I will do all I can to support our efforts together. The best place to get started, if you haven't yet, to find tools to leverage the campaign is their partner website. It's hegetsuspartners.com. www, if you like, hegetsuspartners.com. You'll find a rich set of resources to help us engage conversations, to take the conversations deeper, and follow up. Great tools there. Yeah, I hope that these efforts play a part in bringing many to faith. I don't expect people to drop to their knees and get saved when they see an ad during the Super Bowl. But an ad can lead to a conversation. And an ad can lead to further exploration. And an ad can lead someone to pick up a Bible. An ad can lead someone to give church a try again, or perhaps for the first time. An ad can lead someone to seek out a Christian friend for connection. An ad, can play a small part, be one of the many ingredients that results in people believing Jesus. I hope the ads work. I have another hope too, and, a closely related concern. The hope is this. My hope is that the ads can play a role in refocusing believers on refocusing the church on Jesus. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a marketing expert, but I am a student, having earned a graduate degree in the field. I also have, now decades of experience as a practitioner, specifically in advertising with a Christian message, having led marketing efforts in Christian higher education for schools across the country. I've done some church advertising too. I've spent a lot of kingdom money on ads, on direct ads, local ads, and national ads. Social media ads. I've spent a lot of money on ads. We spent a lot of national money at Gordon Conwell. Not Super Bowl money, but Marketing folk know that while usually targeting, potential and current customers, there is a vitally important secondary market for these marketing efforts, ads and such. That secondary target is the organization's own personnel, especially the sales force. And that is particularly the case with brand advertising. Brand advertising. Most of the Super Bowl ads will be brand advertising rather than specific product advertising. We won't likely see an ad during the Super Bowl selling a specific product with a specific price at a specific location, right? The car dealer leasing Camrys for $299 a month out by the highway or on the edge of town can't afford the airtime. He Gets Us is brand advertising. And the brand is the he in He Gets Us. The brand is Jesus. And what a brand, right? A unique brand for all sorts of reasons. One of the ways that this brand is differentiated from all the other brands is that this brand lacks kind of typical business structure. Now, if Toyota ran Super Bowl ads this Sunday, they usually do, but apparently Toyota is skipping it this year, the corporate heads would control the brand message and control every aspect of the brand throughout the process. They would coordinate the product specs, all the manufacturing, the sales, and delivery. See, the impact of the bottom line would not merely be the impact of an ad, Super Bowl ad or otherwise, but more likely the impact would be a result of the tightly controlled processes and integration of all those processes from design to delivery. Well, that's just not the case with He Gets Us. There is no tight control from some headquarters or a comprehensive coordinated campaign that runs all the way through sales and delivery. The He Gets Us folk are on their own. Organizations, denominations, and networks are on their own. Individual churches are pretty much on their own. And individual Christians, of course, are on our own. The only real control and coordination we have in this case is really in God's hands. Perhaps the Holy Spirit is better than a corporate campaign plan. I suppose we'll see. Now back to my hope that the campaign will impact personnel. When a corporation like Toyota does a big campaign, they expect the sales force to adopt the brand language. The brand campaign identifies priorities and shapes the way the personnel think about and talk about the brand. Well, I hope that we get some of this with the He Gets Us campaign. Sometimes we forget the main thing. Churches and Christians forget that Jesus is the main thing. This campaign could help us refocus on Jesus. We also forget that Jesus is for everyone, not merely our cliques. This campaign could help us remember that Jesus is relevant, that with a little effort, we can connect Jesus to today's needs in today's circumstances, even with today's language and tools. I hope that the campaign reaches people, and I hope it invigorates the brand's personnel, us believers in our churches. And that leads me to my related concern. There's an adage that goes something like this. The quickest, most effective way to kill a business is with great advertising. The quickest, most effective way to kill a business is with great advertising. Now, it isn't that great advertising kills a business, of course. Great advertising is great for a great business. But great advertising can be really bad for a bad business. Grizzled marketing practitioners have stories. One might go like this. A new restaurant opens to a packed house, even long lines because, the advertising was so great. But customers find that the restaurant really wasn't ready, and they were overwhelmed and such, and there was chaos, and there was bad service, and it all resulted in crummy food and a bad experience. And word spread, and the great advertising was quickly undone by the trusted word of mouth. The ads did not match the reality, at least not yet. And business never recovered, and the doors were closed. An early mentor of mine would often say, bad is worse than good is good. Bad is worse than good is good. Raising expectations, but then leaving them unfulfilled does damage. Sometimes irreparable damage. Should we be concerned that the way Jesus is portrayed in the He Gets Us campaign does not match the way Jesus is portrayed in churches? You know, the campaign obviously casts a wide net. The message, the words, the music, the images, everything aligns with a big net, an inclusive message culminating in those simple last words at the very end, the tag. It says, all of us, all of us. The ads appear to purposefully challenge what the prevailing culture may think about the church, especially affluent evangelical churches. The ads are edgy. One might come away from the ads thinking that Jesus gets us, all of us, regardless of race, class, background, wealth, politics, or even sexual preference. What if someone found themselves in our church but found that all of us does not include them? Does all of us include a rebel or a liberal? Does all of us include people who are poor or gay? Do we look like an all of us people, multi-ethnic, multi-generational? Let's ask ourselves if we are ready to receive people who expect an all of us welcome. Are our churches and Christian organizations ready? Are you ready? Am I ready for a conversation with someone with all of us expectations? And can we ready ourselves? Shouldn't we ready ourselves? Sadly, I'm sure that my concern is well-founded in some cases. There will be people who change their minds and give Jesus a chance, and they'll respond to the all of us message in the ads, but find themselves in churches or in conversations with Christians who are not welcoming to all of us. And I'm afraid that apart from the miraculous, some will end up worse off. But it's a risk worth taking because there are lots of us, all of us people, lots of us, all of us Christians in lots of us, all of us churches. Perhaps the ads will even nudge a few more of us into the all of us category. God help us. And let's be supporting and praying for the He Gets Us campaign. Well, listen, if you'd like to continue the conversation, perhaps with some coaching or consulting, reach out. Reach out today. It could be that Greater Fires has some tools and approaches that would help make your good thing great.